I'm passing it to me.
When you're ready.
Aromatherapy diffusers are becoming more and more popular. With new companies selling these vaporized products, safety questions are arising. Taking a look at aromatherapy diffusers, are they safe to use? No. Aromatherapy pen diffusers and non-nicotine vaping are the same. How they work is the violet organic compounds are heated up to 150 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, which allows the liquid to vaporize. There are three main ingredients in non-nicotine vaping: water, vegetable glycerin, and propylene glycol. Vegetable glycerin is a sugar alcohol produced through the fermentation of sugar and yeast. It is FDA approved for low amounts of consumption. However, high amounts of consumption of the product can cause gastrointestinal discomfort, bloating, diarrhea, etc. Propylene glycol is a synthetic food classified as a chemical. 45% of propylene glycol is broken down in the kidneys, leaving the other 55% to be turned into lactic acid, which we call acidosis when you have too much lactic acid floating around in your body. Vegetable glycerin and propylene glycol are key ingredients in non-nicotine vaping. Both of these chemicals cause harm to the human body, and is not a good sign that aromatherapy pen diffusers are safe for consumption. With non-nicotine vaping being so new, we don't know the long-term effects that it has on the human body. However, we do know some of the short-term effects. In two intro vitro case studies reveal that nicotine-free vaping triggers the immune system, causing an inflammatory response. A study conducted by Dina Westphal revealed that non-nicotine vaping activates the white blood cells. In addition to the inflammatory response, non-nicotine vaping is also toxic. It reduces the effectiveness of the cells in your lungs, which can lead you to be more susceptible to lung-related diseases. Other case studies reveal that non-nicotine vaping can lead to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and other vascular conditions. In 2019, the CDC saw a rise in lung-related injuries that was tied back to non-nicotine vaping. This disease would soon be called EVAL. EVAL is when your lungs become damaged from the propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin and non-nicotine vapes. EVAL is just one example of what non-nicotine vaping can do to your body. Aromatherapy pen diffusers companies commonly use an ingredient called terpenes. Terpenes are the aroma found in plants. They are an essential component to non-nicotine vaping because it's what gives it its flavor. While on websites terpenes are advertised to produce remarkable health benefits, scientists are proving otherwise. Taking large amounts of terpenes can result in vasodilation when your blood vessels relax, as well as dizziness and hypertension. They also contain a chemical called benzene, which puts you at a high risk for cancer. A huge concern with non-nicotine vaping is how adolescents are being affected. Nationally, 50% of poison control calls regarding non-nicotine vaping is for children under the age of 5. Whether the child is inadvertently inhaling the vapor, it is still being absorbed through the lungs, skin, and eyes. Non-nicotine vaping carries harmful cancer-causing chemicals, heavy metals, and microscopic particles that when inhaled can cause lung disease, all of which is a growing concern for adolescents in their brain development. Although non-nicotine vaping is better for you than vaping itself, it still has a detrimental effect on the body, and we highly advise against it.
The ethics behind the up-and-coming popular personal aromatherapy diffusers is highly questionable, specifically when it comes to their advertisement, especially seen from companies such as Monk and Cloudy. They are advertising their products and the effects of such products and their ingredients as so-called life-changing, when in reality they are putting gateway drugs in the hands of young adults as well as dangerous chemicals. For example, on Monk's website, they describe the effects of their products as ensuring the user experiences the full benefits of the aromatherapy and terpenes in it. This gives the impression that terpenes are beneficial to one's health when really they are not, as Claire stated previously. Conversely, in a terpenes research article by students at Cardiff University, they say terpenes can relax the blood vessel walls and cause hypotension and dizziness. Concentrated forms can be toxic to our cells, causing irritation, pain, inflammation, and more. Evidently, the advertisement of these devices is called into question now. After digging through the Monk website, you can find their disclaimer in which they say, the information provided to you on this website and Monk's various media sites social media sites, as well as statements and products referred to throughout this site, have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Coincidentally, a similar brand that sells these so-called personal aromatherapy diffusers, going by the name of Cloudy, has a similar statement on their disclaimer page, also saying, "The information provided to you on this website and on Cloudy's various social media sites, as well as statements and products referred to throughout this site, have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA." By utilizing advertisements that have not been approved by the FDA, these companies are violating a big ethical rule that should make customers much more distrustful of what they are purchasing from companies such as these. There's simply not enough information on personal aromatherapy diffusers and their long-term effects to be able to safely advertise these devices in the light that they are. This then leads you to their social media pages, where they also push advertisements into the hands of young adults and even children. These advertisements are now being implemented into streams and programs that are utilized by many children starting at only age 11. In Brianna Hollis's review of a Monk product, she says, "I first learned about Monk portable diffusers about 2 to 3 years ago through one of my favorite YouTubers because I loved her videos. I wanted to see how well they worked." Most kids start using a YouTube platform at age 13, and the most common ages that use YouTube are people ages 15 to 25. Although Monk and companies like it claim they are not providing their items to ages under 18, almost half the users on the platform putting their advertisements on are under that age, which can be in no way morally correct. They will direct young adults to then proceed to use vapes or e-cigarettes, which have been proven to be gateway drugs, highly addictive, and compromise your long-term health. The continuous advertising to vulnerable age groups, as well as advertising false information, is putting minors and other vulnerable populations at risk. In an article from the National Institute on Drug Abuse, advertisements from vape companies are described as the easy availability of these devices, alluring advertisements, various e-liquid flavors, and the belief that they're safer than cigarettes have helped them make them more appealing to this age group. In addition to the unknown health effects, early evidence suggests that vaping might serve as an introductory product for preteens and teens who will then go on to use other nicotine products, including cigarettes, which are known to cause disease and premature death. As they've stated, these appealing advertisements tempt young adults who are most vulnerable to these devices to try them. Although vapes contain slightly different ingredients, both vapes and these aromatherapy vapes still promote the same thing: flavored air that makes you feel a certain way. Although these devices do not contain addictive chemicals, the alluring idea they promote in their advertisement has a suspiciously uncanny resemblance to that of vape devices. This has the potential to create a big problem to the overall health of our world's youth and overall health if they don't stop creating these unethical and immoral products and promoting them on platforms in the light that they are.
Melatonin itself is not dangerous. The drug called sleeping hormone is a drug that is naturally produced It's a hormone your body naturally produces to help you sleep, and you can buy it in supplement form to help speed up the process. But vaping it is different. It can cause serious health problems. According to Dr. Kimberly Brown, the problem with melatonin vaping is that it's not supposed to be inhaled and was never supposed to be passed through your lungs. So there might be erratic absorption of it into your bloodstream. According to the National Sleep Foundation, nearly a third of U.S. adults have experienced insomnia, but sleeping pills can cause plenty of side effects, which is why so many people are turning to melatonin. Melatonin is an over-the-counter supplement in the United States, making the drug extremely accessible. It is also not an FDA-approved product, making it hard to know what it is mixed with when it is vaped. Vapes have been known to include nicotine, heavy metals, tin, nickels, chemicals that can cause cancer, dangerous chemical flavors. Vaping can cause lung damage, coughing, shortness of breath, and even acute respiratory distress syndrome, causing patients to be put on a ventilator and possibly die from that. The problem with melatonin is that people believe that just because it is natural, they believe that it is safe. The use of e-cigarettes is widespread today. It was previously a smoking alternative, but many of people who have never smoked now vape. Due to the high rates of teenagers vaping, many states have raised the tobacco buying age to 21. Vape devices have been said to pave the way for the use of substances including nicotine, marijuana, and before transitioning to illegal drugs like heroin and cocaine, causing it to be known as a gateway drug. Aromatherapy diffusers such as melatonin vapes have been said to be a gateway drug into vaping nicotine, causing a vicious cycle of addiction. When you pop a melatonin tablet, it needs to be metabolized by the liver before it enters the bloodstream, but it is thought that when you inhale it, your lungs would immediately absorb it and it would diffuse into the bloodstream. That means even a little bit of melatonin could yield a noticeable effect. Yet as the demand for melatonin continues to grow, there are now several melatonin vaporizers designed to cut the absorption period down to mere seconds, making them the fastest acting over-the-counter sleep aid on the market. Vaping is considered to be relatively safer than smoking, but the CDC's investigation into the health risks of vaping is ongoing. In the past several months, there have been at least 55 vaping-related deaths and thousands of cases of illnesses. At this time, vaping of any product is not 100% safe. Melatonin vapes may contain other potentially harmful ingredients or have health effects that we can't anticipate. For now, it is probably best to avoid them, or any vapes for that matter, until scientists conduct rigorous and unbiased human trials to validate their safety. Melatonin is safest to take in the pill form, but doctors say there are also many ways to help get better rest. Reading a book, drinking some hot tea, or even cutting down screen time helps shut down your body and ultimately prepare your body to sleep.
Okay, thank you. Claire, describe how the content of your team presentation was changed as a result of your group discussion.
The content of our team's presentation was changed as a result of our group discussion because in the beginning we all focused on like the mock website and the cloudy website a lot, but then we had to expand when we realized like the scientific lens goes beyond that and it goes like just needs more research in what they provided.
Okay, thank you. Ceci, in what way did you improve your ability to work with a group as a result of this project?
I improved my ability to work as a group because of this project, because I did implement both of their lens a lot into mine, and specifically Claire's because of she did research on the terpenes, which helped me kind of figure out how to portray these companies as being unethical.
Okay, thank you. Lily, can you give one specific way that your thinking changed as a result of learning about Ceci's findings?
My thoughts changed because as Ceci did the ethics on it, she researched the advertisement and the false advertisement of melatonin vapes, and I realized that I have to focus more on like the issues of how the advertisement is affecting society, not just the way that the health risks are affecting society.
Okay, thank you. Another round of applause.